Hey, poker friends, welcome back to another video. Uh, as you can see, we made $3.77. That was from the short session. A little bit crook, so a little bit there. But anyway, still going to be sticking to the schedule. So today's Thursday. Last session was Sunday. But what I'll be playing is probably just a short session now. And depending how I feel later today on a Thursday is depending if I play a longer session, like an hour or two. So, and then definitely during the weekends, we'll be trying to push a little bit more hours. So I want to average between 10 and 15 hours a week. And then also, if I can, even up to 20 hours a week. But given how I feel at the moment with bad throat, no way I'm going to do 20 hours a week. But yeah, anyway, uh, so far up $15 for the year, which is pretty good. Just updating the tables at the moment. So just trying to join the tables. We've got 4 going at the moment. So just waiting for the big blinds to go in. We're going to continue the same trend at being quite tight. Welcome to the newcomers as well. So thanks for subscribing and joining as well. And yeah, just trying to keep somewhat of a routine happening from a poker as well. The reason why I'm playing 2-0 and not higher at the moment. So before Christmas, I was up because I started a new site, GG Poker. I was up quite a lot, so I was playing 10-L, 5-L, 10-L. The reason I had to stop there was, unfortunately, as you know, there's rules restrictions in certain countries that can play, and yeah, they did. They unfortunately they stopped me from cashing out and putting money in. So anyway, so avoiding wasting my time there any further, I decided just to jump ship to Coin Poker, and I don't like to invest a lot of money just in case the worst happens in poker. Um, so I've only put $50 in, and at the moment we're sitting at about $85. We got to about 110 just before Christmas as well, but then I got down to about $70. So then that's when I took a break, enjoyed the holidays and sort of thing. Um, I actually played some PC games as well, family time. And now we're back in the habit, and yeah, now we're seeing about 85 bankroll, and then we'll see how high we can go. We're going to try and distinctly play during the weekends and late in the week. So we don't want to play between Monday and Wednesday. We could probably play against the regs. I prefer to play against players who make more mistakes, so we can probably make more profit then, rather than make ourselves tired uh, earlier in the week and play more sessions for breaking even or doing not that great. I thought we'll save ourselves, enjoy the week during the week, and then on the weekends, we'll push a little bit harder anyway. So, nice river here. Gonna try and make some profit here, or at least get some base, some ace or a king. Hopefully, calls. There is a flush there. There is a straight there. So if we get raised on, we probably can't call. We probably can't raise again. If we do raise on top of a raise there, we're starting to bluff and hoping to get straights to fold there, I guess. Three's going to fold. It's going to be a multi-way pot, so there's no point playing that one. So with the multi-way pot, even though we end up finishing up the action, with 9-3, we're going to be definitely going to be dominated with the flush, and 9-3 is just not going to play that well. Even if you get 2-pair, the board pairs up, you're just going to get counterfeit a lot, so you're going to win small pots and lose big pots, so to speak. So hopefully that makes sense. Don't fall in the habit of just, thinking that, you finish the action, you should call. No, you shouldn't. Even if you get a really, really good price, unless you've got a solid read on players, or if someone's a really bad player that, overplays their hands, you just got to find yourself in trouble most times. So keep that in mind. We've got 6 tables happening now. We'll probably play up to 10. Queen 7, I am going to open. Try and steal the blinds there. And even if we get called, we do have a playable hand heads up as well. It's quite dead. Is it dead board? Look at a C bet. Don't mind my voice, sorry. It's not great. King 6, fold. I'll get a 3-bet king 9. Against the cutoff, I might. Alright, just gonna check this one. We don't really have... If we had a straight draw, like a gut shot, I'd probably continue. But since we didn't collect any equity there, we could probably fold. Although given his action on the turn, maybe we could have actually bet there and get some fold. We didn't know. Hindsight's a good thing. All right, ace jack, beautiful. Yeah, okay. So he's trying to get some value. All right, so we've got 2 overcards with flush. We'll continue the bet. Go high. We'll go 3/4 pop. Increase a couple of tables as well. Also, if I'm sick, what I like to do as well, one of my adjustments as well is rather have my sessions as early as possible. Don't play night sessions, just keep it to the days. And then I'll be more alert. So on the weekends, I'd rather play my sessions in the morning where I'm at my peak. That's the... See how we go. Oops, we've opened up a couple of tables. So we've got 8 tables now going. 10-9's going to fold. 10-9's a bit of a trap as well. The reason is 10-9 always usually, well, doesn't always, but most of the time connects to the board. And you're gonna have a lot of second paired hands. Unless you flop like a flush, it's gonna be quite difficult. T7's gonna fold. So we've got 8 tables. So that's good. Healthy amount. Don't want to overdo it though. But since we're playing on the tighter form, we don't need to really worry about how many tables we play because we're going to be playing less anyway. Ace Queen, we're going to open. If you've got any questions as well, I'm more than happy. Yeah. So hopefully we're going to stick to 2NL for the moment. Once we get above $100, I will play a little bit of 5NL as well if I don't get enough tables. Ace Queen, there's 2 other cards. C-bet. Trying to get Ace Jack, Ace 10 to call, King Highs to call as well. We're going to continue. We're still uncapped. We might shove here. I'm going to actually have to call. And we have to best hand. Beautiful. Hopefully he misses. Anyway, didn't really, it was a little bit of an error on my part. I didn't realize the stack size, but given the stack size anyway, I still played it fine. Given that we can't fold till we shove. So when it's 4-4-4 on the flop, it's a way ahead, way behind scenario. Got second pair. Got showdown value against overcards we can beat. Just trying to get the showdown cheap. Fives. Steal. Just gonna check behind. Don't think we're gonna get. Ooh. If I bet one big blind, he might have called ace higher. They do say thin bet relentlessly. That's the difference between a really good winning rate is to find those bets. Maybe we didn't find that bet there. I did put second paired hands, pocket pairs in his range. Hand's gonna fold. We do have a set, so that's pretty good. He did pot size to the bet as well. Now he's going again. If he's got ace king, he's just flopped it. He's got that on the turn. We really want the board to pair up now. He could easily have queens and jacks though. That's it. Interesting he doesn't bet here, so I'm going to third pot this and see what happens. He might have ace queen. If he jams, it's interesting as well. interesting as I mean, he's going to make a ton of folds there, but if he jams, I don't think he could turn his hand to into a bluff. I don't think Ace Queen would be playing that way. If he jams there, we probably have to fold. As much as it sounds silly, I mean, the only hand we do beat is probably Queen Jack. That probably does that. Every other hand, you know, if he could have overset, like set of queens, set of jacks, set of tens. I mean, he pot sized, so maybe he went the aggressive route trying to get us to fold. I think betting here is the mistake. If we bet here and we get raised on, we can't handle a raise. We'll defend Queen Jack this time. Alright, so we've got a gut shot. Definitely calling. Notice the checking definitely kept us in the hand. Now we have a straight. Now we're just going to bet 10 big ones. We missed our gut shot. Gotta check that. Check fold. No point. No. Interesting enough there on the turn, if he bets, we could possibly make a play raise, but it's going to work. If you don't think it's going to work, don't raise. If you think there's going to be folds, then you've got fold equity. Definitely have got equity already in the hand. Worth the thing. The only other question you can ask yourself too, is your hand got showdown value? If you've got showdown value, probably don't go for the raise. Your hand need defending though against draws. Probably can raise there. We really had neither. And the ace was on the board as well. Typically, anyone that's got an ace does not push it 2-0. How many times you ask yourself, how did they call? Okay. Not going to shove. Here's short stack. If you had enough information, you could shove that. But it's pretty hard because it could be just a flip. You could have baby pairs, could have pairs. That's probably the best case scenario. Don't think he calls. Probably could be dominated though. Easy way to fold there. And that goes to the other point too. Last session. Not last session. The session before last, where I just made that 60 cents. Really chewed into our win rate when we opened up too wide against the short stack. So that session predominantly was a weakness for us. So we need to make sure we don't open too wide against the short stack. Don't overly be scared. Don't be too scared. Don't think of monsters under the closet. Just use it as a fail safe, I guess. We'll defend. It is a bit wide. Now we've got an open end though. Let's bet it. We're going to get a ton of calls. Do block queen 10. Also, people don't bluff enough with high cards, so we'll get a ton of folds against hands that do beat us, like pocket fives, pocket sevens, so hands like that. Hands like that have missed the set. It's really hard for, you know, medium paired or baby pairs to call. I bet this one. He didn't 3-bet, so he's got a capped range. We're gonna really put some pressure on his capped range. And if he does call and we hit a 3, then we've got trip. Top kicker. Which is even better. We've got 8. We've got 8 tables going. We'll increase another 2. The whole point of this session was thinking about just a sprint. So half an hour, no more than an hour. They're gonna go out soon anyway. Purely just judging this session how I play. And also a warm-up as well. Got trips, I got a donk. Okay, definitely get a donk that one. Bend. Get a bet again, we do have a flush draw. King Jack's gonna fold. Question is for 8-7. Do we call? We do have. It's a little bit high. If it was a little bit low, we could call, and if we do get a 6, we do get an open ender. So I'm just gonna fold. Save. Just gonna bet one more. We do have trips. If we get raised on, I'll probably just fold. All right, I'm gonna bet this one. Try and get some folds. 6 as raised. We do have trips. We do only have jack though. And it could definitely have a flush. Does a king really raise us on the river? I think they just call. Let's raise it up. Queen. Nines. Get raised on. Just gonna... Alright, got an open ender. Backdoor flush as well, so we'll definitely 3/4 that one. Get raised on queen high. Better. The bottom of our range, that's the reason why. Raise is quite large here, 4 bet, so let's get out of the way. People typically don't 4 bet wide enough. Alright, gonna get the free card. Don't need to value about ourselves. If it was a heart, we could probably look to get more value. I just got a flush draw to the nuts. Just missed everything. Unfortunate. Would have been nice to get straight with him to bet like that, and then we could just overbet the river. Pretty much c-betting our whole range, so we don't always have to have a flush there. Heads up and the heads up table, and probably go draw. We'll create another table. So what I was thinking, let's leave this table. So what I was actually thinking was sometimes what happens is I'll actually close the table first and then reopen that same table by mistake. That's quite annoying. So what I'll start doing is open new table up first and then close up the table I want to close up after. So just that we don't run into anything terrible. We're drawing to the nuts, so it's better. And plus we do open over there. Still get action from king. We can definitely call here. Probably even shove if we really wanted to. Alright, want to check and then we're not folding it. Probably check, shove. Alright, just gonna check, cool. Didn't want to see a check behind. Really wanted to bluff catch there on the river. We'll take it anyway. So I've got 11 tables. Maybe it doesn't count. Maybe I've got. Okay, I do have a level tape. Pocket 2s. 6, 7's gone. Like I said, it's not going to hurt as much playing this many tables if I'm going to play quite tight. And I've already got a graph in my head of how I'm going to play. I made it up pretty much myself. Just not that, plenty of other players will be playing the same way. It's just that I've already got my game down pretty good off the table. So I already know pretty much how I'm going to play a hand before everything gets there. So I am going to call. It is one of those hands we can flop it really strong. Right, let's get a check twos. Fortunately, queen 10, no heart or anything like that. Pawn. Interesting, he just shoves there. He's probably got a strong combo draw at the least. We're in the small blind, big blind. We're going to raise it. It's a short stack. We could probably shove. Tens is pretty thin though. 50 big blind. So given that, I really just want to be up against ace high and making charge to get the overcards. So I shove. If he shoved me, I'll probably have to, because at best it's a flip, and we could easily be beat with the with the a higher pair. So it's probably not worthwhile. Playing a little bit more cautious would be better, especially if you can gamble on people making really bad plays, and that's where your profit's going to be, not on your marginal calls. Although that can be the difference between really good variants and bad variants. 7. This session so far feels pretty good. We haven't really done anything crazy. Yeah, we did call with queen 10. We probably could have folded that one. But it's one of those hands where if you flop the straight, they're going to have a ton of 2-pair hands. So it's one of those disguised hands, like ace, king, jack comes out, you get a straight. But how many times are they going to have ace, king, or ace, jack? And they're going to have 2-pair, and then you're going to get. We're just gonna call with the ace. We're in the small blind, so we're risking against the big blind. If the big blind does squeeze. So we do have a gut shot. We're going to bet this one. It's a very wet dynamic board. And just going to check here, ace 3 suited. Going to be under, try to be under the radar there. Someone else can bet the flush draw. We've got it. And when the flush does come out, since we've played pretty passive our draw, hopefully they overplay their baby flush and then we can double. So yeah, only 3. If we bet 3 before, they might raise to 15 or 12. You know, even 8 or 9. It just ends up being a lot more expensive. And naturally, if you look, the pot's already built up, even without raising or betting. More plays in the hand. Oh, you know, bet less. Pot's decent size anyway. Gone. Ace queen. Sure what happened to the other hand. It's gone around. I'm gonna call because we did hit a 3. If our ace plays, we can still make a win the hands a different way. And we're still drawing to the nuts. Second pair hand. He didn't bet the flop. Damn it. Alright, go fold. Thinking he's gonna have a 3 or a king, yeah. So this one. If he's got a queen, ouch, but he's gonna have a lot of 2 pairs as well. And yes, we do have 2 pairs there with the board pairing, but you could have king, queen, king, jack there. All essentially would play similar. And also 3s. You know, check the flop to try and raise your opponent, and then starts playing aggressive since he knows that nobody's betting there. Free card. Do have a gut shot though. It was a bit of a strongish combo draw. If it's just the flush, it's not that strong. You just start getting gut shot flush draws and open ended flush draws. That's where you get the equity. Pretty cheap, isn't it? I'll call one more. Profit here. If he raises, he could have straight. Sixes, missed. Called four. Four big ones wasn't that expensive. What's the reason why I call there? Raise to four, big blinds with threes. Not really, just gonna check fold. Don't want to fall in love with trash hands. Blinds. Big blind's definitely gonna have those scenarios where you check and you might even flop really strong. Just defensive gonna fold. You can call. You can call threes there. Be high variance again. We hit the king, but there's plenty of flushes out there. Not a great board for ace jack. We're not going to be betting. We'll probably fold this one. Top pair. We have second pair. We're just trying to get the showdown. Maybe what I'll do is I'll bet this one, try and get some draws to call. Essentially, we're just bluff catching here. We will call. Probably could fold as well. As played, they play pretty passive, so I don't think trips. Okay, we bet second pair, just hoping to charge his draws. He's raising. Okay. Try board. Get a three-quarter. Open end of open straight flush. Definitely falling. Best thing about this, the aces on the board. Fortunately, missed the flush, missed the straight. If the straight flush come out, would have been really nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold this one. I think catching. Raise up with ace jack offsuit. The only downside to that is a lot of people will bet one big. What they'll do, you raise and then they'll raise over the top. They love playing tricky. They'll have aces of kings sometimes there. Fold. The bottom of our range there. We don't want to be dominated against ace queen, ace king. Middle position. We do defend. Heads up. Suited. The only reason why we didn't bet there was because we wanted to keep the other hand trashy hearts in the pot. Trips. Fold. See a queen on the turn. He range bet as well, so you could have pocket queens. I was gonna say pocket kings, but the boat could bet there. Get a bit small. We'll open up ace 8. It's a little bit loose. Not so bad if the you get position. Queens. Got a range bet this one. I've got a set, but we could run into someone's bigger set, or we could essentially have Jack 10. Hopefully they got two pair. Hopefully they got ace and king. Best case scenario. No, it's probably the worst case scenario. If they do have an ace, hopefully they've got less than what we've got. Two pair, but a six does play. It's gonna bet small and hopefully get called. We do have two pair. We probably could handle a raise. We probably got called by an 8 there. And we'll make. We're on the button as well. Get a raise to 9. King in the big blind. Times regular fold. Gotta be multi-way. Keeping the discipline. Glad we're out of this hand. Raise the 10. Is in the button. It looks like a squeeze play. Whenever someone opens and then calls, then when you go over the bet there, squeeze. Or when you raise there, sorry. So hopefully with the aces, they fit with the queen. Queen. All right, so the other ace king got folded. If we don't see it again, it means it got folded. Those little wins do add up. Probably that the aces C bet. We got 145. Get a call. We can handle the raise, I guess, but love to, yeah. Two over cards. Alright, we'll bet this one. Can't really. Ace King's not the greatest. Sevens. No, they're gonna call. Short stack. Raises. I'm gonna call one. If we get a jack, we've got the nuts. Could be easily beat here though. Aces again. Because there's another person in there. I'm gonna fold. That's gonna fold. The hearts on the board could be drawing dirt this day. We'll check. We'll call, sorry. Range best set. Alright, we'll defend position, blind battle. Cards are probably irrelevant. Just depends how they play. Yeah, ace queen, like I said, is a check fold. Dead board, we just gotta use position. Get my folds. I usually play a lot of fit and fold poker in that spot, so it's fine. Alright, we can call, but now he could have a 10. And still would be beating against ace high though. I mean king high. So we'll value bet and hopefully get a call. For some reason, yeah, every now and again it does that. Just a little bit of a bug. Doesn't pop up. But for the most part, it's under the gun a3. We're not, the reason why I'm not overly worried about playing during the week, earlier in the week, is because we do, well, I'm not getting cash back at this stage. There's no, what if I get a big enough bankroll, then we will look to get it, especially when we move up a bit. Until then, there's no point. I think it's until you get like 500 or something like that, you probably shouldn't hold. Gotta raise it up with the queens. Alright, we're gonna smooth, we're gonna just get a call here. Not what we wanted to see. It's gonna be a check fold. Probably should have called the 7. The suited hand to get the button. Get raised on. Fold. Gotta remember the rake as well. The rake does play havoc. That's the reason why you do play tighter at the micros. Button. Hold out. I mean, if the, depending on the position as well, small blind decides to raise. If we know the player already, we could like full bet. And take advantage of people just only full betting with aces and kings. People do a ton of folds. When they have in the big blinds, they typically have like a strong ace minimum, and they 3-bet. So a small blind up against late position can do it. Have queen 10, queen jack suited. They can be quite. So just avoiding these low suited connectors. Get a call. Cool fold queen 10 suited. We really don't want to be raised on. No, we're playing. We're in the cutoff. Right, we'll check behind. Do I'm going to call if we get a jack of clubs or something like that. Turns the hand around a little bit. Jack 9 suited folding. Donk. 2 pair. Gut shot now. It's only a weak draw though. A gut shot here as well. I'm going to be raising. We'll bet this one. There's a lot of draws coming through. Fortunately missed. Not going to bet there. The only reason why I'm not betting there is because it's multi-way. There. Hopefully get king queen to call. Run for the nuts. But we got third pair. Raise. A fold small blind. We'll bet. We'll go straight. Hopefully he's not silly enough to shove. Guy talks a lot. Another table. A little bit quiet at the moment. We're not extremely active. We've had a few aces. Nothing, not really any big hands. Everyone's keeping within tight range. It is a little bit early in the day. It's about 2:42 p.m. Thursdays. Probably not the optimal time. A couple more hours later. Think of it as a warm-up session for the weekend, I guess. I'm not playing bad, so I'm not quitting the session early. If you think I am, you feel free. Doing some late, open wide from the late. Sometimes people get tricked. We can raise there, but I'm just gonna call. Let's try and set mine with checks. Nines a thing. A check here. We can handle a C bet. We've got a gut shot here. Alright, go flat ace four. Unfortunately, an ace comes in the river. What's the action down? Nines. Easy, easy. We hit the 9, fine. If we miss the 9, check fold. The call is pretty cheap. Ooh, open ender. I'm gonna bet this one. There is flush draw. Some straight draws. It's big. Nines. Three card. Check this one. Had 5-7 there, so win a small pot at least. Gonna bet one big blind. Hopefully ace high call, or maybe a pocket pair, maybe second pair. 7-6 I opened, but probably should have. Pawn. Gamble misses card, I might have to quit the session since we're gonna have distraction. So I'm trying to play times where there's less distraction. I don't have the luxury of playing all the time or any time I want. It's mainly when distractions around the place. And is the playing pool good enough? Do we have enough edge? At the moment, we're playing quite subtle, but we're playing quite tidy. It's one of those ones where it could be down a little bit, be up a little bit. Doesn't really matter. We're not playing reckless. We're not c-betting randomly. Still playing our type. Except for the Jack-9 suited hand, we open up just there. There is an exception when you're playing on the button though. We do play a little bit loose on the button. Not all sessions are glamorous, and this one's takes the cake. I'm gonna flat. Do close the action down. He checks. Have a ton of aces in his hand, being under the gun. Probably bets big. You might even be scared of the flush, but we don't even have a spade. And queen raising. Top bottom pair. And this. Get another 2 on the turn. That'll. Pawn. So without putting too much pressure on my win rate, I'm hoping to get anywhere between $30 and $50 before then, like within a month. Obviously, if we move up, you have to get a little bit more. Defend 3s. Hopefully, the big blind doesn't. Had 2 lots. Check fold that one. Yeah, it is a pretty quiet session. Get a set with 6s. Alright, now we're going to bet, but I didn't really want to see him check through. Now I do want him to have a king. On the upside, we've sort of underrepped ourselves, so that if he does have a king, he should stick around a little bit. He's in a 4. If someone's put one big blind in, I'll always raise it. Well, not always. Most. Second pair. I'm going to bet this one, but don't really have high hopes. Just trying to stay in the hand. If you got 2 overcards, maybe. We got second pair. Right. He's good. It's probably the 4th time I had 9-3 suited from the big blind. Alright, that's small enough. He's got a hand like ace king, ace queen. We're in front. Now you'll see what happens. Checks. It's small. We do have a diamond. I'm calling just because we've got a diamond. And it changed the whole dynamic. He could easily still have 2 pair overcards missed. Our diamond could have played as well. Pretty sick if we call it. Anyway, it was probably the one hand we sort of made a mistake. We could have still had got a diamond on the river and be good. Or second be drawing dead. That's the worst. Fortunately, missed our draw. Now we're bluffing. Missed everything, but we didn't really charge our draw. Fine. It's small. I'm just gonna call. 7. Gonna set. Small enough to. Okay. King Queen's a. Alright, we're gonna call the session. It's not worked that well. Just the last couple minutes. But that's fine. Alright. Thanks guys for watching. We'll show you the next time what happened. Probably chewed up $1 just then, so hopefully we've made them. It's probably going to be a break-even session. All right, thanks guys. Catch you next.